gonna plant as many as I can, get them going, and hopefully we'll have a lot of inventory to work with because we got a lot planned this year. Well, we just got done with soccer and we found a really surprising thing on the front doorstep. So I'm not sure what it's doing, but that is the first baby turtle of the year. We found a snake. No, we got more stuff. Apparently there's another snake. But back here in the horseshoe, we've got prairie fire upon prairie fire, and they are doing really well this year. Look at that.
I'm not gonna take your stick. That's not a stick though, just so you know.
So it's Hosta season, and we've got 30, 35, I can't remember how many I bought actually, but these Costco Hostas are pennies on the dollar. These are Sum and Substance, and I was looking at Sum and Substance plants that were potted last year, and they were $30 maybe a piece, and you can get 6 of these for, I think it was $10 or $15. So that's crazy if you need a big Hosta, 5 foot wide, super bright chartreuse, not the dark ones. The dark ones are more the Blue Angels for the big size, and the Empress Woos, stuff like that. So this is the Empress Woo size, but it's chartreuse, so it's real bright and just looks like a dinosaur village, man. But they came out, I didn't know they were growing already. I was just gonna try to get them rehydrated, but they are super rooty and growing. I'm gonna try to just get them in these small pots. I thought they were a lot smaller than this, but maybe I should use a larger pot. But I think I'll plant them kind of like that, and then I'll probably repot them because I don't really have a plan for them yet. But I think it'll be a huge cost advantage to get them this way, and once I find a project for them, I can go ahead and plant them out. So I'm just gonna get them potted. Perfect. So we got 30 done, and I just got recruited to play soccer, so I think that's a pretty good start to the season. We've got these are the Costco Hostas that are the giant Sum and Substance, chartreuse, real bright, 5 foot maturity, real big plants. And we've got the Costco tubs and just some pots that I had left over, but I think that's a good start to the season. So I got a few dahlias I got to get in, but I'm gonna go play soccer for a little bit, and it's gonna rain tonight, so we're gonna get these off to a nice start. Well, we had a really nice day today. It's starting to feel like spring, and the red buds are just cracking. They have got blooms everywhere, and I just love that. I've got some immature ones over here that didn't bloom this year, but these maybe 2-3 year olds are really doing well. I just love that. The flower comes straight out of the trunk. It's like a delicate, can't really describe what it's almost like a sweet pea, but it opens up a little bit, has a little bit of a beard almost. Those are cool. I just love that. And we've got some back there that are popping, and the crabapple's actually starting to, that's the prairie fire, so that's starting to bloom probably tomorrow. But the redbud grove out front is starting to take shape, and it's presenting kind of a problem. It's really exposing the horrible garden bed design that I made for each of the finger style garden beds. I don't even know what to call it, but I think the neighbors will be pleased that I'm going to make that a project probably this week. And as I walk out here, they are blooming, but they've got water standing on the other side, and I just don't think the design is going to work. It's too haphazard, not spaced right, and the shape is just different on each one of them. I thought it would be interesting And that guy is coming out. That's a good sycamore. It's doing really well, but I've got red buds in each of these beds, so I want it to be consistent. I'll stick a multi-trunk red bud there this spring when I find one. But this is my favorite red bud. Just getting ready to pop. That is, I like that better than when they're actually blooming. It's like they're just getting ready to explode, but this one is covered in bloom. The Dawn redwood is looking nice. They wake up a little bit earlier than the cypresses around here. And this is the red bud that actually split, and I left it split laying on the side for 5 days maybe, until my wife said to do something about it, so I wrapped it up, and it's actually blooming. Well, this is not the split side, but the split side is doing just fine. I actually ran over it with a mower even. This whole thing was laying on the ground. But that is just glorious. And if we get anything like what our neighbors have down here, if these red buds turn out to be giant monsters, like you can just see it peeking out above over there, maybe 30 foot tall. That's crazy. But again, these fingers are I think they're gonna change really quick. I'm gonna start connecting maybe those two and those two, maybe these three, and I'll leave that last one. But you can just see the standing water here. So I need to do something about that. I'll probably bump out the edge and fill it in, put a red bud here, and it'll look more similar to these other ones. But they're, again, these are always hospital section trees and stuff that I end up planting, but almost dead. So it's not spectacular this year, but it's better than it was last year, and it's going to be even better next year, I think. So we've got a few similar down here that they're just not mature enough, or maybe they had it too rough last year, but they're barely blooming. And in this new bed that I made, but actually one's blooming okay. That one's not. That one's bigger, but this one's going to leaf already. Gotta watch where I'm walking. Planted, I think, 27 hostas in here. I don't see one of them coming up yet, but we'll see. We'll see about everything. But that gets to kind of what I've been doing, or getting started doing. How am I gonna get plants as cheap as possible in the quantities I normally use? And come on, Ripley. Anyway, how can I get plants as cheap as possible in quantity? And I've been buying in bulbs. Well, I don't know if it's bulbs, more roots and stuff, but like balloon flowers. And I really like the red hot poker. And we're not gonna pot the lariatus. We're gonna plant those out. And same with the crocosmia. But I really liked those last year. And you can get 60 plants for maybe 15 bucks at Costco. Baby's breath. I've already done the hostas. We had about 30 hostas. And Russian sage, which I couldn't even find in nurseries towards the end of the year last year. Kind of got the bug for that, but we'll be making some beds with crocosmia, which is just a spectacular, almost gladiola type flower. And it looks really cool. It's like a dragon head or something. But so I'm gonna start potting these out, and we'll see how many plants we get out of it. I'm gonna put them probably just back here for now, and they're gonna get full sun, they'll get rain, they'll wake up a little faster. And if you leave them in these bags, it seems like sometimes the roots don't do so well. Like I think the bloom flower looked kind of gross. So we'll see how it goes. The hostas were great though, so they're already off to the races. I've had them out, had to take them in because of the frost the last 2 days, but they'll be going back out today, and hopefully we won't have to worry about that anymore. Just right off the bat with the bloom flowers, some look okay, others look like they may have rotted. Well, that definitely rotted, so I'm not going to do anything with that. But this one looks like it's a healthy crown. I don't know where the crown is actually. Probably that. I might just lay them flat, but that one's rotted, squishy, trash. That one might be two. A little one and a big one. So for $15, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 balloon flowers. Not a great turnout, I don't think, on that one, but what was it, 5? I guess that's $3 a piece. So balloon flowers would be about 12, maybe 15 at the nursery. So it's always going to be more economical to do it this way. It's just taking the time to do it. So I'm going to plant as many as I can, get them going, and hopefully we'll have a lot of inventory to work with, because we got a lot planned this year. Gosh, I would be shocked. They just folded the roots up, trimmed the tops, and sent that as a specimen. So I am prepared to be shocked. Maybe that first one was just a bad batch, but these do come in wet, kind of like moist peat moss. The Russian sage and baby's breath did not, and I'm thinking that's probably the difference in how fast something's gonna start rotting based on really the shelf life and how long it can stay in a bag without any sun or moisture. What's up, Britt? Got another baby's breath I used. So I'm just gonna bury these just to the top. So I'll bring out the hostas in a little bit and put everything together, but I should have probably done that one too. Got balloon flowers done today. We've got some Russian sage that I don't have a lot of confidence in. We got baby's breath done, and I think that's all. I got another baby's breath. Shoot. Just dry as heck. Yeah, we'll try it. And then we'll start planting out cosmias and planning out bed changes, new beds, and really just cleaning everything up. I can't wait to get to these beds with the red buds, because I just don't like the vision where it's going, and it was kind of just trial and error, but it turned out to be an error. So I'm gonna finish this up and we'll probably start on that next. Well, we just got done with soccer and we found a really surprising thing on the front doorstep. So I'm not sure what it's doing, but that is the first baby turtle of the year. Isn't that cool? Aren't they just so cool? We're gonna go get it in the pond, and we've rescued, I think, 3 or 4 turtles already this year, but I think we'll do a quick tour of the red buds and crab apples that are just ripping now. This is just awesome.
I thought this was supposed to be about the turd.
A what?
I thought this was supposed to be about the turd.
It is about the turtle.
Yeah, you just said about red buds.
But we can still talk about trees and plants, and Ripley can eat her sticks. All right. So the trick with releasing these baby turtles is making sure that they're not going to get just eaten by the blue herons. So luckily, oh, there goes some turtles. Luckily, we've got clear water. They're not going to get stuck in moss, I don't think. But why don't you go ahead and let them down there by the base of that wood duck box. You get down there all right?
I need it.
You need a hand? Here, give me your hand.
Right there.
Maybe put him out here so he doesn't have to get stuck in all those sticks. Like Put them on something that floats. Yeah, there you go. Oh, he could swim. Don't push him down. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he can swim.
Can you swim, buddy?
Put him on the rock so he can walk down. There you go. Oh, there he goes. He floats too much.
Aw, look at him. That is so cute.
There he goes. See if he pops up.
There he
There he
is.
comes. He can drink air.
Hopefully he'll find a
Hopefully a
fish.
bass doesn't find him.
Yeah.
Well, a turtle is always fun to see. We've got a lot of them here, but even more fun is beautiful redbuds, beautiful crab apples.
Oh my god.
We've got a,
It's supposed to be about a turtle.
it's the turtle's gone. We've got a nice prairie fire crab apple. And really, we've got all different kinds. I don't remember what these white ones are, but I really like the prairie fires.
I'm gonna go get my gym bag.
And this is a Sergeant something. It's supposed to be in the lollipop kind of shape, and I've let the runners go and haven't kept it trimmed, but that's probably gonna pop tomorrow. You found a snake? No, we got more stuff. Apparently there's another snake. The big one? Good, because there's no crab apples or redbuds to talk about until I get over here. He was in this spot the other day. We've got a lot of snakes this year. Nice garter snake.
Is he alive?
Yeah. I'm making him nervous, but these are kind of the redbuds I thought I would move this year, and they're just too rooted in, but they are just beautiful. I went and looked at some at the nursery today, way out of my price range, but I just can't get over what a redbud looks like when it's blooming. That is just amazing. I really love the multi-trunk shrubby look of redbuds. I don't think I have any single trunk ones actually. There's another prairie fire, and I've got 3 redbuds tucked into here, and these didn't bloom this year because they were kind of struggling last year. So I think they'll pull out of it this year. They'll root in, and once those roots come out in the spring, and those new roots, will have enough foundation for next year. But that is a beautiful prairie fire, and we've got a nice little wren box that I got for Easter from everybody, and it's a really cool brand. There's nothing in it yet, but it's Bird's Choice. It's polymer, and it's pretty easy to clean out, but I think that'll be great. Wren's song during the summer is just the best. And there's Ripley Girl. The Bloodgood Maple's coming out, which I thought it was kind of early for it, but it was already leafed out when I noticed it even growing. And this big, again, sugar time maybe, white crabapple, it's been blooming for a few days, and you can tell we've got all of the snow from the crabapple under it. But this is what we got potted up this week, and in the front we've got hostas that were already growing really decent sized leaves in the bags. And I went and looked at a nursery yesterday, and those exact hostas that I got 6 for $15 were in the potted phase, same size foliage, $26 I think each. So that's a great steal if you need quantity and can't afford the pricing of potted plants when they're mature. But this is a nice lilac that I brought from my old house. It's a Russian something, Russian snow or something, I don't know. But it's put on a ton of growth. I've got another one in the front that's started the same size, but it was it's maybe about 2 foot tall, and really I don't know what the difference is. I probably potted it, or I probably planted it better out here than I did up front. But we got company. What's up, buddy?
Hello, mate.
We won our soccer game today, didn't we? I did not play. But here are what I think will be really nice red buds going forward. I've got a really neat idea for this spot. I didn't mulch it last year. I bumped it out, but I've got an idea that you'll see shortly. And I'm also going to reshape these beds, connect, I think, these two, and maybe the next two, leave a little bit of a, maybe I'll connect 3, I don't know. I want to leave a little bit of a green passageway. This is a really bad spot I'd like to cover, but this is one of my best red buds. It's not quite blooming yet, but it is just covered in buds and just looks, oh, I just love it. It's a single trunk actually, but it really spreads out at the bottom, and I think that's going to be really tight. I don't have any here, but I think we're going to change that at some point. And then this red bud that split last year, I left it laying on the ground for 5 days. My wife told me to fix it, so this is my fix job. And you can see the one that's broken is blooming perfectly. They're leafing out, and I just need to find a more suitable strap to keep that clean. I think the plastic wrap is not gonna do it. This is another one that kind of leafed out faster than it bloomed, but I think next year it'll be really fine. And over here I've got another prairie fire crabapple. It's been blooming for quite a few days, and then the rest are the sugar time, the white ones, and everything out back really. I guess we've got quite a few out here too in the horseshoe. Got one more really good red bud here just past these 2 sugar times, and that is a beautiful tree. Just look at that going up. Look at that. That is just beautiful. It's like sweet peas almost. Tiny little delicate flowers. They've got a little bit of that bearded kind of look on them, but they're just as pretty when they're before they bloom, when they're kind of a red bud, and then when they bloom, I just think it's the best. And they last for like 3 weeks. You get a crabapple, it's going to last a week if you're lucky. If you get rain and wind, it'll be even faster. But back here in the horseshoe, we've got prairie fire upon prairie fire, and they are doing really well this year. Look at that. Look at that. That is just awesome. So these are 2 prairie fires. We've got a yellow magnolia that I forgot to show you, but we've got 1 flower left. We had a pretty hard frost that put the kibosh on magnolia season this year, but on this side we've got another sugar time. That's a flowering plum, and then 2 more sugar times. Some of these are really big flowers though. Come here, Rip. You can see what that pre-bloom looks like. Just kind of a little bud. It's got a pink on the bud part, but once it flowers, There's no pink on it. I don't know how that works. I have no idea how that works. See, there's like pink in the bud, and then when it flowers, the pink just disappears. I don't know why things like that befuddle me, but I am befuddled. And just to finish up for the week, we've got fertilizer I need to put on. I got these, thought these were 10 pounds. They're 20-pound bags at Menards. So this is 40 cents a pound. By far the cheapest fertilizer I've found. So that's what I'm going to be putting on today. And this is a look at the hostas. This first week, we've got a rabbit that has found them, but they're still looking really well. And for 6 for $15, I think, that is going to be a good deal. I'm really pleased with that. What do you think, Rip? What do you think? What are you doing? Yeah, you got the big dirt clod.
I'm not gonna take it. I'm not gonna take your stick. That's not a stick though, just so you know. That is not a stick. You have a good day.
All right. Well, thanks for watching. We'll have a lot more videos this year. We've got a lot of projects lined up, and I'm just starting to collect inventory for those projects. One of them, I'll tell you now, is Truffula Pink Gomphrena. If you see this, you buy it. This is something that will turn into a monster if planted in the right conditions. I didn't do it right last year. I tried to plant it above ground, but this will turn into a 3-foot bush of something that flowers constantly all summer in these little pink, they get bigger, they get much bigger actually, but pink blooms all summer. I saw 2.5 flats, so I bought 2 flats. They're kind of expensive, but you can't find them later in the year, and it's such a cool plant to get make as a statement. But I also got my other favorite, Verbena bonariensis, which is probably one of my top 3 flowers, and it's an annual. So Verbena bonariensis is going to be one of the centerpieces of one of my kind of statement or specimen beds this year. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.